Welcome back, man, to Sanctification Sundays. Yeah. It's been a minute, you know. But it's gonna be a short video today. Cause honestly the journey has been weird. I'm just in a weird place. The process is ongoing, but I feel like, you know when you're at a point where you're like, I know what I should be doing, but I'm not doing it. And when you're in that rut, I feel like I'm in a rut and I need to get out of it. And that rut is a horrible feeling. And I'm fighting it, but not hard enough. And that's the point of even my last video about like not giving up, because giving up is never an option. It's never an option, especially in this process. It's a very tough process, and there'll be times where even your actions will say like you're throwing in the towel. It's like if you're playing a game and you start to look lackadaisical, or you start to look like you're doing something without the same enthusiasm. That's pretty much where I'm at, and I feel like I'm losing that. And you can just hear it, like, even in my voice. But regardless, the message is, I'll never give up. I'll never stop. I'll never stop trying. I'm gonna see it through to the end, and whatever it takes. And this is the mindset that I know will help me through this process. And anyone that's out there in the same process, keep that mindset. Be encouraged, because every day that you wake up, you have another chance. Every minute, every hour, every second. We don't deserve to be here. We're not owed this life. We are here for a purpose, for a reason, and it's a blessing to be, to wake up every single day. So, what does the word say? Is it Joshua 1:9? Be strong and courageous. Like, we need to keep that mindset, and don't grow weary of doing good. And just remember, it's gonna reap a good harvest. And I think that's the easiest thing for me to fall into, is the getting weary of doing good part. I feel like I started to experience that, and it started to make me like, it's like I stopped trying as hard, I stopped pushing as hard, and I just started to just go with the flow too much. And that's not where I want to be. So this is where I'm at in the journey. Like I said, short video. I'm just pouring out how I feel right now. Honestly, I feel like, but God is still good. The process is still gonna keep going, and hey, we'll see how I feel next week, man. Like, the journey is beautiful because you have your ups and downs, you have everything, but sanctification is all about staying the course, staying connected, staying in a state of surrender. And if you have a heart posture of surrender, you will get through anything. And I say anything, I mean anything. So, like, don't just, I don't know, I'm trying to tell myself this, but don't like when it comes to surrender, instead of just like taking things as they are, you have to like position yourself a certain way consistently. It's a daily decision. So it's like Monday, you could surrender this to the Lord. You could say, all right, Lord, you can have my watch time, my TV time. But then the next day you're like, nah, I don't feel like reading today. I'll just watch Netflix all day or something like that. Like, it's a consistent thing. It's not to say that you can't enjoy your life and do things. It's just you have to prioritize your life centered around the Lord. And that's the part that's difficult, man. That's the part I'm struggling with right now, is consistently making him the priority over the other things, because it's just, you get caught up. You're just going through life, you're going to work or whatever you're doing, and you just start, prioritizing everything else but him, and then you start to realize, man, what's going on? So never squeeze God in, squeeze everything else in. There's a verse in Ecclesiastes 1. It starts off by saying everything is meaningless. Everything is meaningless. You should read that. Ecclesiastes 1. I think I'm going to drop a quick video on that as well. Everything is meaningless, meaning nothing means anything. And this is from Solomon, the man who had everything, telling you everything is meaningless. I've had women, I've had money, I've had car, like whatever, houses. It doesn't mean anything. There's nothing that means anything next to God being priority. So meaning anything that you do, it has to be centered around God. Excuse me. And it has to be like, as you center things around God, you also want to remember that it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to not do certain things or not go after certain goals. It's just those goals need to have a different vision, if you get me. It has, the way you create those goals, God should be in mind. And the reason why you're achieving those goals should be to achieve something in God, meaning our treasures are stored up in heaven. So yes, you might go after the goal of having a successful business and having a good amount of money, whatever that number is. But is it centered around God, or centered around your selfish desires or selfish ambition? Is it about you being successful, or is it about you being successful so you can reflect God and also help people of God? Not to say you're not going to use any of it for yourself and your family. Just, where is your heart? And that's what I mean by a certain level of surrender, where everything you do is centered around him. And people might look at it like, why, that's too much. No, it's not. It's exactly how you should live. That doesn't take away anything that you do. It just means the way you do it is different, and the way you think of it is different. That's the number one thing. It's not even the way you do it, it's the way you think. The way you think about it is the way you're able to do it unto God. So even that verse in Colossians, Colossians 3, I might mess this up. Colossians 3:28. Colossians 3:28. You know what? You always gotta have a handy dandy scriptures. Yeah, you don't want to butcher it, right? You don't want to mess around, so I gotta pull it out. It don't matter. Gotta pull out the scriptures. We go on to Colossians, because I just don't want to mess it up, right? I know the verse about doing your work unto the Lord, but I don't want to mess it up. And I know I said this was a short video, but sometimes when you get to going, you just get to going. So here we are, and there it is. So we got Colossians chapter 3 verse, let's see, 28. Let's see if I was right. Nope, there's no 28. Nice. Oh man, so what? Colossians. Wait, am I in the right one? Was it Colossians? Yo, you see what I mean, man? I'm in a rut. I don't even know my scriptures no more. What's going on? Oh man, this is crazy. Man, I'm about to put this in the description, because I'm not gonna sit here and be like looking all day, man. This is crazy. I need to get in my word, man. Yeah, do everything unto God. We know the verse. I may be messing up right now. I'm tired, man. It's late. Bear with me. Hey, I ain't perfect. Forgive me, but I'll put it in the description. But do everything you do unto the Lord. When you go to work, you do it unto God. So that means even if your employer is getting you upset, you kind of say, you know what? I'm not working for you. I'm working for the Lord. Doesn't mean that you don't leave when you have to or move on to a better place. It's just while you're there, put your best foot forward every day, no matter how they make you feel. And when you do it with God in mind. You do it like, Lord, this is for you. Lord, I know how I feel right now, and I'm upset. I'm doing it unto you. And then even when you make mistakes, because you won't be perfect all the time, you center it back to God and say, Lord, forgive me. I didn't reflect you today at work. I did wrong. Help me to refocus, reposition me, and the Lord will be with you. So I'm done. I kind of dragged this out for a little bit, but the bottom line is I'm not feeling too great on the journey. I feel like I've been slacking with reading, with prayer, with everything, and I just feel low. But I'm fighting through, and I'm not giving up, and I'm gonna keep pushing. And my biggest thing is I need God to be a priority. And my encouragement to anyone out there is make him priority no matter what you have to do, and figure it out, because that's something that God puts on us to do. He's not gonna do it for us. All right.